Greetings, fellow recording nerds. Today, we're going to talk about this beast I've had sitting behind my shoulder for the last few episodes, the Revv Generator 120. Revv is a Canadian company based just outside Winnipeg, Manitoba. The Generator 120 is their flagship 4-channel amp. And I've got to say, it's probably the first amp I've ever played that does everything well. You guys know what I mean. The 5150 has great gain, but the clean channel sucks. Yeah, that sort of thing. Anyway, this thing does it right. Now, the first thing I noticed when firing it up is that the front panel is backlit and changes color based on what channel you're on. The reasoning being here is that when you're on stage, it's a quick, easy reference to visually verify where you're supposed to be. And the build quality on this thing is awesome too. Nice, solid knobs and switches. And the foot switch is rock solid steel. It is meant to take a beating. And it uses Cat 5 network cable as the amp is programmable. And again, that's really easily replaceable if you screw one up on stage or if you break a cable, whatever. Easy to find anywhere. Anyway, checking out the front panel, it does look fairly complex. But you guys are guitar players, not bass players. So figuring it out is a breeze. Everything is laid out in logical order. The aggression, bright, contour, and fat switches all make perfect sense once you start playing. Speaking of playing, I've brought in some friends for this one. 18-year-old blues prodigy Christian Vey, who I hope you guys hear a lot more of, is going to play some solo lead stuff on his Guthrie Govan Charvel. And my good friend Chris Rafinski will be playing a full metal mix track in Drop A. So stick around to the end of the video for that part and to find out how you can get a discount on one of these amps. Okay, so that's the 4 channels. How does it sound in a mix? Check out this clip Chris Rafinski did. You know, I gotta say, recording with this amp is like recording in easy mode. There's no mud, like none at all. I've owned and recorded with the 5150, Framus Cobra, and dual rectifier for years, and I've usually got to shovel the low mids out to keep the palm mutes from farting all over the place. By way of comparison, this amp has tons of bottom end, but it's tight as hell. I don't have to get aggressive with the post signal chain to make it sound great. It already does. Again, it's like recording in easy mode. Man, I sure wish I had one of these 10 years ago. It sure would have made my life a lot easier. So while we were messing around on the Raffinsky clip, we were tracking leads on channel 4. Aggression level 3, the bright off, contour on, and the fat switch on. And I remember saying to Chris, wow, this lead tone kind of sounds like Van Halen. Now, a lot of people have been after the Van Halen tone like forever, and I wasn't even trying to get it. That's what blew my mind. Now, I'm not going to say that it's a dead-on match, as way too many factors go into making a guitar sound, and I'm just not that arrogant. Player, guitar, amp, cabinet, mic, mixing console, and in Van Halen 1's case, the tape deck. Everything in the signal chain influences the tone. But we did cook up something pretty cool with minimal effort on my end. Check it out. Yeah, I just had to do that hard left Ted Templeman panning for that because it's early Van Halen. Anyway, not a dead-on match, but it's a very solid lead tone and it sure cuts through the mix. Anyway, a few other notes. The amp is designed to be custom biased and is compatible with any 8-pin power tube. So you can go from a 6L6 to EL34 to KT88 to integrated quads. It's all up to you. Revv will also do custom faceplates. Send them a vector file and they can do it up for you in their shop. And the one thing I really liked was just how easy it was to pull and remount the chassis. If you've ever worked on a 5150, you know it's a bit of an art form to get the chassis back into place. It's the complete opposite with the Revv. It's really easy to pull it, get your work done, and put it back into place. No, nothing was wrong with the amp. I just had to pull the chassis out to put my custom faceplate in. They sent me this amp for review, but I ended up buying it, so they sent me a faceplate after the fact. Custom faceplates can be installed right from the factory, though, so no worries there. Oh yeah, Revv is also offering discounts if you order directly from them. So check them out on Facebook or revamplification.com. If you're thinking on investing in a high-end tube amp, take a look at the Revv. I did. And I bought it. And I haven't touched my other amps since.